Today's routine is all about the hips and the legs. So let's go ahead and get started on our backs just to open and release our hips before we do any bigger ranges of motion. So go ahead and lie all the way down with your knees bent, arms down by your sides. And starting with your left leg, we're just going to allow the left leg to drop out and pull it back up to the ceiling. Do that again, allow it to twist out and back up. Place your hands, your fingertips on the hip bones and make sure that your hip bones aren't twisting with your leg dropping out. So I will show you what I mean on the next one. So as your leg goes out, be sure that your pelvis doesn't tip up, right? And I really over exaggerated that one, but just allow yourself to let that thigh bone to twist and open out, getting that nice stretch inside of that hip cuff. And that right knee that's staring up to the sky, it's not counterbalancing by opening up as well, right? That right knee is just staying to the ceiling the whole time, and you're feeling that left thigh just stretch and open out to the side. And let's do the right. Right knee opens out, and just notice the difference between sides. Maybe your hips are more stable when that right knee opens versus the left, right? Just listen to your body and see what it's telling you today. Feel that nice little groin stretch as you open. You can open a little bit further by engaging your glute a little bit, the side of your hip. Just engage that muscle to just pull that knee out a little bit deeper. Let's open for 4, inhale up. Open for 3, inhale up. Twist it out, 2, and up. One more time. And up. Good. Now we're going back to that left leg, still just warming up and stretching out the hips. You're going to slide that left leg straight down, twist it out, bend, and pull it back up. So you're sliding it straight down the mat. Turn the straight leg out, bend the knee to the side, and pull it back to the ceiling. Slide the leg straight down, twist it out, bend it out to the side, and up to the sky. 2 more times. Slide it down, twist it out, bend, and pull it in. Drawing a circular motion with your thigh bone. And now pull it in, hold, same leg, other direction. Let the knee drop out, slide it down, twist it to parallel, bend it in. Turn it out, slide the leg straight down, twist it parallel and in. So you're dropping it out, staying turned out as you straighten the leg, turn the toes to the sky, pull it back in. One more time, twist it out, slide it down, turn it in, and pull other side, straighten that leg down, twist it out, bend it to the sidewall and to the ceiling. Slide it straight down, twist your thigh bone out, bend the knee to the sidewall, and pull it to the ceiling. Send it down, twist it out, circling that thigh bone inside your hip socket 2 more times. Slide it down, turn it out, bend and pull it back to center. 1 more, slide it down, twist it out, pull it back to center, other direction, same leg, let it go out to the side, slide it down, turn to parallel and slide it in. The knee twists out, you send the leg down the mat, turn to parallel, pull it in, knee drops out. Make sure that that left knee isn't counterbalancing by hanging out to the side, it's staying nice and straight to the ceiling. Let's do 1 more on this right side, turn it out. Slide it straight down, twist it parallel, pull it in. Going back to that left leg. Let's start the left leg at tabletop right here, 90-degree bend. It's going to stay at that 90-degree. Tap the toes down, twist the knee out, circle it back up to tabletop. Tap down, turn the knee out, circle it back up to tabletop. Toes go down, knee twists out. You pull the knee to the shoulder, to the chest, and down. So draw a nice fluid circle to the shoulder, to the chest, and tap the toes down. 2 more, drop it out, pull to the shoulder, to the chest, tap it down. 1 more, just stirring inside of that hip socket. And now same leg, other direction, pull to tabletop, open to the shoulder, and circle the toes down and in. Pull to tabletop, circle the leg out, tap the toes down, pull the knee in. Tabletop, circle fluidly out, toes down and in. Try to keep your pelvis nice and still. You're just circling that thigh bone inside of your hip socket and in and rest. Other side. So the leg comes to tabletop. You tap the toes down, twist the knee out, pull to the shoulder, to the chest, toes go down. Knee twists out, pull to the shoulder, to the chest, toes go down. Do it again. Open the knee, circle it to the shoulder, to the chest, and down. So think of that thigh bone just stirring inside of your hip socket. If you're stirring soup right inside that hip bowl. Let's do one more. Turn the knee out, circle it to the shoulder, to the chest, and down. Same leg, other direction, pull it to tabletop. Circle it to the shoulder, toes go down and in. Tabletop, stir it around, foot goes down, knee comes in. Tabletop, stir it around, foot goes down, knee comes in. Two more. Just a nice deep circle inside that hip cup. Last one, and then we'll get into our exercises. Just warming up here and rest. Arms down by your side, walk your feet in a little bit closer to your body and tuck your tailbone, roll your pelvis all the way up into a bridge. Stay at the top, inhale, and exhale, melt and roll all the way back down. Let's do that one more time. Curl the tailbone, scoop the belly, stand into your feet, send those hips to the sky. Inhale, hold. Exhale, slowly roll and melt it all the way down. Turn onto your left sides and bend your bottom elbow. Make a little pillow with your bottom elbow. Bend your knees. Your heels are in line with your sit bones. Knees are bent. Open that top knee back and down. So we're doing the clam, right? And so you want to think of hip being on top of hip. And like I always say, think of a steel pole going right through the top hip, through the bottom hip, into the ground. So that steel pole is stabilizing your hip. So there's no twisting backward with that top hip bone. Just the thigh bone is pressing backwards to the wall behind us. Let's open for 5 and down. Feel the back of your hip for 4 and down. Open for 3 and down. Open for 2 and lower. One more time. Open and down. Now lift both feet up. Keep them up. You open and down. So same clam, it's just that our feet are lifted now and they're staying lifted in space. They don't move. It's just that thigh bone opening. So being that our feet are higher, you're getting a bigger range of motion. As you lower down, you're pulling all the way in and open all the way out. And with the feet up, it kind of keeps your pelvis a little bit more stable. If you notice, it's harder to roll back with that pelvis with your feet up. So it kind of holds you into position, which I like. Let's do 3 more. Open and down. 2 more. Open. Feel the waistline pull in. 1 more. Open and down, but hold the feet up. So your bottom leg is going to stay here as a little ramp, right? So think of that bottom leg holding there. The top leg is going to shoot down that ramp like an arrow and reach right underneath your body. So if you look at me, the leg isn't forward, right? It's right underneath your body, and then you slide it back down onto that bottom leg each time. Press it out, squeeze your glute right underneath your body, and then slide it back down. Do that again, slide it down that ramp up, and you're drawing an angle with that leg, and then right back down. Make sure that you're reaching that leg right underneath your body. It's not forward of your body. The heel is in line with your sit bone, but a little bit higher up to the sky. And right back down. Let's do 5 more. Press it out. Inhale it down. 4 more. Exhale, reach it up and out. Inhale it down. 3 more. Stretch it up. Feel that outer hip. Lift a little higher if you got it. 2 more times. Scoop that belly. And down. 1 more time. Lift and hold. Stay there. Now with your outer hip and thigh, lift up an inch, down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. Don't lift the leg by slouching your waist. Your spine stays still. Your pelvis stays still. Remember that pull right between both hip bones. Keep it there. Let's lift for 4. Lift for 3, lift 2, and 1. Slide it down and rest everything down. Nice job. Now we're going to straighten both legs all the way down. And from here, boomerang your legs forward just a little bit. Lift that top leg its hip height. Flex your feet. Your leg is going to kick forward and point the toes. Sweep it right underneath your body. Flex the foot, kick forward, sweep the toes, and point it back. So you will feel that outer hip because we just worked it. And that outer hip is working to keep our leg parallel to the ground. So just make sure to check in with your body that that leg is not sinking down to the ground. It's staying parallel. You sweep it forward with the flex foot, point back. Sweep it forward. When you go back, squeeze your glute. Reach it behind your body just an inch. Reach it forward and reach it back. 4 more times. Reach it forward and reach it back. 3 more times. Reach it forward and point it back. 2 more. Flex the foot forward, point the foot back. 1 more time. Flex forward and point it back. Now we're going to go into a full circle with the pointed foot. You come forward, you lift up, you press back and around. We won't be here too long. Forward, up, press back and around. Just 3 more. Back and around. Find that hip. Dig into that hip socket. Nice circles. Last one. And then hold. We got the other direction. Up, forward, and around for 5. Up, forward, and around for 4. Circle that thigh bone inside of your hip socket 2 more times. Big circle. Keep your waistline nice and tight. And rest. Go ahead and bend both knees. Shake it out a little bit. That top foot is going to come forward. Flat foot on the mat. Flex your bottom leg. The leg is straight. Bottom leg is going to lift up and down. Little ups and down. So it's inner thigh. And I want you to think upper inner thigh. Don't worry about the foot. Think right at that upper inner thigh where the thigh bone meets your pubic bone. You're lifting from there. And just be very aware that you're not lifting from dropping the waistline. We're not bowing the spine, right? We're truly lifting the thigh bone. Flexed foot, lift up. Lift up. It's just an inch off the ground, if that. You're resting on your bottom hip, not on your bottom waistline. Lift up 10. Lift up 9. Lift up 8, 7, 6. Relax the shoulders 5. Relax the neck 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. Point your toes of that bottom leg. Draw a tiny circle. Tiny circle, the size of a golf ball, and make that circle a circle, right? It's not just a horizontal line, it's a circle, up, down, and around, up, down, and around. Do 2 more this direction, and then switch the direction, back, up, and around. Truly reach out of those toes, draw that circle, find your inner glute, find the inner thigh, up, back, and around. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Hug both knees in. Sit yourself all the way up. You have to do that all on the other side. So go ahead and turn yourselves around. Rest your head on your bottom arm. Knees are bent. Heels in line with your sit bones. Lift that bottom waistline up. Go ahead and open up for the clam. This is going to feel really easy now. Open it up and down. Twist the knee to the sky and down. Remember that pole right between both hip bones, so the hips can't roll backwards, right? Because that pole is going all the way down into the ground, holding your hips nice and steady. Take your hand, place it right on your underwear line, your swimsuit line. That is the muscle that's working to open that thigh bone back. So squeeze a little pinch there. And when you get to the top, give a little hold, right? Don't just release it right away. Hold it there. Find that muscle. Open it up. And now feel the waistline pull in to open. Little lift in your bottom waist. Let's do 5 more. Open and down. 4 and down. Relaxing your feet. 3 and down. Last 2 and lower. 1 more. Open and down. Now float both feet up. Keep them there. Continue the clam. Open and lower. Twist. And you might feel like you can get a little deeper into that hip socket. You might feel a little bit more stable with that top hip not rolling backwards. Pull the waistline in, shoulder on top of shoulder. Relax your neck, relax those shoulders, and just take your mind and put it right into that outer hip, outer thigh. 5 and down. Open 4 and down. 3 and lower. Last 2. 1 more. Keep your legs as they are. Remember that bottom leg is going to serve as that little ramp. Slide that top leg down and out and bend it back in all the way. Press it full range of motion and then slide it, match the legs. Slide it off and back and match the legs together. Your leg is right underneath your pelvis. So it's not forward of your body. It's right underneath you as if you were in between 2 panes of glass. Stretch it out. And you're going up at that angle so you still get that outer hip, outer thigh. Let's reach it up for 5 and bend. Stretch it down and up for 4 and bend. Reach it, squeeze your glute. 3. Try not to lock that knee. Find your hip. 2. You can even put your hand there. That will help. Find it. 1. Stay. And now pulse it up. pulse it up. Remember, we're not lifting from bending the waist or bending our spine. We're lifting from this outer hip muscle, outer thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend it in and rest it down. Kind of shake it out. Nice job. So from here, we're going to straighten the legs and boomerang your legs forward just a little bit. Lift that top leg, flex the foot, kick it forward, point the toes, stretch it back. Flex the foot, kick forward, point the toes, stretch it back. Remember, your leg is staying parallel to the ground the entire time. Flex the foot, kick forward, point and stretch it back. Keep your spine relatively still and neutral, right? Kick it forward. So as you kick forward, don't over round the spine or don't over round the tailbone. As you kick back, careful that you don't over arch the low back. So we want to truly move from inside that hip socket, from inside the thigh bone, where the thigh bone meets the hip, versus sweeping the spine back and forth. Let's do one more. And press it back. Good. Now from here, you're going to go into a full circle. Point the toes up, back, and around. Forward, lift up, press it back, and around. Lift it forward, up, back, and around. 2 more times. Forward, up, back, and around. Stirring inside that hip socket. And go the other direction. Press it behind your body. Lift it up. Forward. We can all go forward of our bodies. I want you to get behind your body. Find that glute for 3. Up and around. Press it back for 2. Up and around. 1 more time. And around and rest. Soften your knees. You're going to place that top foot on the mat in front of you for that inner thigh work. Bottom foot is flexed. Lift up. So that bottom leg is going to do the lifting. And remember, it's not because we're dropping the waistline. It's because we're truly digging into that upper inner thigh and lifting that upper thigh bone off the mat. Lift. Reaching out through your heel. Your heel is right underneath your sit bone. Now relax your shoulders, lengthen your neck, take a breath, breathe, relaxing the chest, just reaching through that heel, lift it up, lift it up. The tighter your core is when you lift, the more you're going to keep it in that inner thigh. Let's lift 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Point your toes. And now tiny circles. Tiny circles. The size of a golf ball, and truly get a circle. So circle it around. Circle it around. 1 more. And switch the direction. Truly make a circle, not a square, not a line. Circle it with that big toe. Reach for 3. Reach it around 2. Reach it around 1. And rest. Go ahead and come all the way up. Cross your legs. Roll your shoulders out. Lift both arms up. Inhale. And exhale, press down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, press down. Just melting those shoulders down as the arms lift up. And press down. Hands come to your knees. Round into a cat spine. And then extend the heart to the sky. Shoulders melt. Do that again. Curl into a cat. And extend. Shoulders melt. And release. Right arm down. Left arm up. Just do a nice little side mermaid stretch. And up. Other side. And up. Good. Now place the soles of your feet together. Hold on to your ankles. Sit nice and tall and hinge forward. And as you do, you're going to take your elbows and press your kneecaps or your thigh bones to the ground. Just feel that stretch inside your hip sockets. Take a breath. And one last stretch. You're going to sit with your feet out in front of you, knees bent. And go ahead and cross your left ankle over the right knee. Hands come behind you. Hug those knees in tight to your chest. Press your chest towards your knees or towards your thighs. And feel that stretch right in the back of your hip, outer thigh, piriformis. Circle the foot on that left side. Circle it the other direction. And switch. Soften those elbows. Right knee over the left thigh. Press your chest towards your thighs. Pull your legs in towards your chest and just fold. Shoulders relax down. Circle that right foot. Open those toes. Circle the other direction. And release.